Hi, Joe. Thank you for joining us.
I
Um,
see.
we were just having a chat before we came on air. Two things, actually, both will be relevant to this. One was that you're in Ireland and we want to spread the word in Ireland, and the other one was that you'd just done your first year of accounts, end of year accounts this morning. So that's interesting, and hopefully that sort of feeds into all of this. So yeah, you were just saying there's nobody like Lisa in Ireland.
Well, there isn't, perhaps I haven't heard about them. I'm sure there is some ladies. I'm working with a lady called Miriam Simon. She's a business strategist here in Ireland, but definitely there's nobody like Lisa when it comes to one too many, for
Yeah,
sure. I
exactly.
found, yeah, I found one too many. That course was absolutely brilliant.
So when did you do it, Joe? One to
Two
many.
years ago. It was 2 years ago. So basically, what happened to me, Zoe, was I worked in the hospitality industry. I did my degree in Galway. I worked for actually Cafe Uno City Centre
Oh,
restaurants.
yeah.
Yeah, for
Love
years.
Cafe Uno.
Yeah, I did that for years, and then I came home to Ireland and I set up my own restaurant, Vito's, and I had that for just under 20 years with my husband, and we sold that successfully. And actually, my two daughters are working there now. So the hospitality industry was completely different to my new idea, which was I wanted to set up my own healthcare brand. I really wanted to get very much involved with health and well-being. So we set up Circle Edge, myself and my business partner, Rosanna, Circle Edge Limited. And we've just had, as I said, our end of year accounts. But Zoe, I knew nothing about social media. Don't ask me how it happened, but we did have a Facebook page with our restaurant, 8,500 followers. But I suppose visually it's easy to promote food because everybody loves their food, their wine, whatever. So we went from all of a sudden having an e-commerce website, and I was like, oh my God. But I had already started the course before we started the business,
Yeah.
before we started trading, I should say. And I just found the course to be absolutely brilliant.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. So what is the business? Is it leisure wear clothes that you do?
Yes, leisure wear clothes, Circle Edge.
Where did
Um,
you get that idea?
well, I always wanted to do it, and I approached Rosanna and I said to her, but she's a clothes designer. I want to design hoodies, really good hoodies, leggings. And she did all of the designs. We had a focus group with many focus groups, I should say. And when the first samples came in, we had another focus group. And yeah, it's been really successful. And like, we're quite chuffed really because we have designed everything from the beginning. We haven't just popped our logo or crest onto a hoodie and said, here we go. We designed all of it ourselves. So yeah, it's been brilliant really, to be honest.
Good for you. I mean,
Yeah,
I would say that's a hard thing to do. Oh, well, that's the thing, isn't it? I wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't know where to start. But there's so many different ideas, and I'm sure you thought the same. I wouldn't know where to start with a clothing brand, but you just kind of take the steps and
yeah. You take
try.
small steps. But the thing for me was, I suppose, business wise in the hospitality industry, like I worked in the Ritz Hotel in London as my work experience. I worked for the Hilton Hotel Group. So that side of things I would know very well. And I suppose the business side, and, I won't go into figures, your markup, all of that. But what I didn't know anything about was this e-commerce online. I mean, I certainly was very lost. Like, what was a hook? What was a caption? Why would people want to subscribe? Why do I need emails? It was nearly like when I did the one to many course. It was step by step guide of where we should be, where we needed to start, and it really was. I'm not just saying this because I've come online today. It really was a brilliant course. Like, I'll give you an example. You're going to laugh. This is my little Bible. I have each of the modules, the titles written out, so I can go back every time if I have a problem. Take, for example, module 5, growing your audience.
You
That's what
just go
we're
back and remind yourself. You just think we've stagnated at a certain number of followers. Like, I don't know what's going on. And you just go back in. Oh, I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. And I go literally. instead of kind of sieving through each of the modules, I go back in and I see, okay, and at the moment it really is about audience growth for us. Like, and social media changes so quickly. And like, to be honest, this course was, I'm sure you're updating it, but 2 years ago for me, nearly every module is still significant to our business, which is mad, really.
Is. Yeah. No, it definitely is. There's, you know, all the units in there, and you get some implementation weeks where you can put stuff in. Some of it you'll think, I haven't got the capacity to, I don't understand that bit. I haven't got capacity to do that bit yet. So you just park it. You just keep going with the flow. The ideas keep coming in, and you keep sort of a common thread, really, I think, throughout is going to be that audience growth and getting people onto your email list, which is why we spend so long teaching you how to get that lead magnet or that freebie and get people on your email list. So presumably you had no email list at the beginning.
None at all. None.
Probably.
I did have with the restaurant.
Yeah.
I had, but again, nothing like how we get emails today. The email list I had, I think I had nearly 10,000 or something like that. But that was customers coming into the restaurant, and on the back of the receipts, they would give me their email. So it was like, I suppose in ways for marketing, I was a little bit ahead of my time. But obviously with this, it's totally different. Somebody hits your website, you're hoping with your pop-up that they'll put their emails in there. Now, it's not an easy task because people are very reluctant now. They're a little bit nervous about giving their information away. But no, it's going well, really well.
I think that's the thing with one-to-many, is it teaches you that you have to give some value. Like the challenge that you've done, the methods that Lisa uses of selling. If you don't give people some understanding and, you know, support them back as they go through, that's the thing with your lead magnet. You're offering them something in return. You're saying, I'll give you this stuff that I know in this video that I've done about 5 things I would never do again if I was setting up a business or whatever. If you want to watch it, just download it. But also they're agreeing, you know, we give you the GDPR stuff. So they're agreeing to go on your mailing list to get your newsletter or something like that. And it's only people that want it. That's why it works, because if they're interested, they're telling you, I'm interested, I want to find out more. So that's how you kind of get this nice reciprocal thing where they've said they're interested. So it's a comfortable way of selling and a comfortable way of collecting email addresses and things.
Yeah, and it's also trust. Trust is a big one. You know, I always remember at the beginning when Lisa would be on like module 1 or module 2, she'd say face to camera. Now, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, though it took me still to this day, I'm like, oh, Jesus. But you know what? It is so true. In order to set up, like, I'd be a product base as opposed to, I suppose, a lot of people will go on one-to-many for marketing side of things. I was a little bit reluctant at first, but what it taught me was unreal. Like, I did have to face the camera. As Lisa would say, they need to trust you. They need to know who you are, what you're all about. You need to give them that lead. And it worked. It worked really well, to be honest, and it is working.
Yeah, and Lisa's going to talk more about that this time to do with your personal brand. You know, it's really you that they're buying into. We know, you know, they could be buying clothes from somebody else. They could be getting that fashion letter, but you want them to choose Circle Edge. This is you behind it. This is what you've created. Your values, your personality, the lifestyle that you lead will be inherent in your brand. Absolutely. So it's really important that they do know those things from you. I mean, you don't have to literally show up every day being faced to, you know, doing lives and stuff like that, but you do need them. The quicker they get to know you, the quicker they'll sort of make decisions and be on board. The other thing about one-to-many, so yeah, it's great that you mentioned you've a product-based business, is not only teaches you how to develop something that can be taught or shared with people one-to-many, but it also teaches you, and I think this is the bit that often gets missed, maybe even in our own messaging, is it teaches you how to sell one thing to many people.
Yes.
And that's really important, because if you can have the best product in the world, but if you're not getting it out there, enough people aren't seeing it, and that's numbers, as you say, you've got to keep going back to audience growth, because you need those numbers to sell that one thing.
That's
So
right.
it works both ways, doesn't it? So the business is doing well. You had this vision. What's next? What are you doing next with Circle Edge?
Yeah, so I'm not sure really. I really would like to go more into the health and well-being side of things, but like at the moment, we just we did our wide leg pants. That was our next product, and we've just less than a week ago we launched our new colours in our wide leg pants and our vest, and they're selling really, really well. We have a rosemary colour and we had a khaki, and both colours are doing very, very well, and we're doing them as a collection for the spring, and that's what I spent the whole weekend doing, really. Like last night I got all the orders sent out, because a lot of orders have come in since we did that. But like,
but you obviously love it, Jo, so maybe you sold the restaurant and you perhaps thought, oh, I'm going to have a break, or I'm going to have maybe it sounds like you didn't, but you wanted to fill it. You obviously one-to-many, you knew there was more you could do, more you could offer. You wanted to start something new, and you've made it happen.
Yeah, and Zoe, that's a very good question. A lot of people ask me, okay, why did you go back into business again straight away? And the reality is, I was in a very, very lucky position. I was running a restaurant. It was making really good money. We sold it to 3 gentlemen who are very successful as well. They've kept our logo, they've kept everything. But I wanted to do something with a meaning. And I'm a great believer that your health is everything. If you cannot get up in the morning, be organized, have your to-do list from the night before, and get going, everything is gone. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I wanted to do something that has meaning. Instead of, I suppose, serving up carbonara, for a good example, I really wanted to try and get going with the health and well-being. So this is really my first phase, if you like. I want to do more. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. I love all of these ideas, because really, as Lisa says, it's about impact. And the best of these come from an idea where there's real passion, and it's what you believe, and it's what you do, and it's how you live yourself, which is why, when people say, oh, but I don't feel like I'm an expert, you absolutely are, if it's your passion. And if you don't feel like you're an expert, and I'm sure there were loads of bits of this business you totally not an expert in, then you learn more, and you pick it up, and you do some more training, and you research, and you make it until I really do know what I'm doing.
Hopefully, if there's anybody listening to us, for what I'm doing e-commerce, I really needed one too many. I know that I had the passion, but I didn't have the knowledge, and I'm still learning. But what I found about one too many was that there was nothing that didn't touch on. Like, I remember thinking, okay, how are you going to do meta ads? And I was like, oh my God, I have to put my card to the account. I've got to make sure that I've got a conversion going on. And I remember a terrible way. I can't remember the lady that Lisa used to train us with the meta, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Is it Katie?
Yes, it was.
And it's in there, isn't it? The unit's in there.
Yeah, I mean, that unit was massive. Like, the amount of people that don't know how to use meta ads. And at the time, I'm part of a local GAA club, and we were going to be doing Win a House. So I wanted to make sure I knew all about conversions. And I remember the first time I listened to the module, I was like, oh, Jesus, I don't think I'll do that. And as it goes, this is what we're at now. We're doing paid ads, and it's bringing in money. Like, the conversion is really, it worked. And I think it was a 2-hour module. It was a long module, but the good thing is, like, 2 years later, I still go back to that module. It's phenomenal.
Things. Yeah, so good to hear. I love that you're a paper and pen kind of person, got it all written down, because Lisa is, the rest of our team are, we do like the tech, but There's nothing like, you know, having your notes and have everything sort of scribbled on
Oh,
bits of paper everywhere. We do love all of that. So that's great. And as you said,
listen,
you can keep going back to it. You've got it for life.
that's
So
right. It's really good. Really,
yes.
really good.
I'm so pleased you've used it, and you've used it really well. Put it into practice and keep repeating it.
Yeah, and I think it's really good because a lot of courses you do, and obviously, because I've also done, don't laugh, nearly finished. It's a nutrition course. I'm doing that at the moment, and I think I'm on module 15. But I never had what I have here. Like I can go online, I can see all the modules, hear all the recordings. I don't get that with this course. I'm doing it from Dublin, and I think that's so important. You know, for anyone starting off.
Yeah,
Unless,
to make that impact, you need to know it's there for you. And also, I think a lot of the Renee, the mindset sessions, they're recorded and put in there. And sometimes when you're just taking a bit of a dip and you're feeling like this is hard or this is slow or today I just can't, it's not feeling like, you know, you can just flick back in, as you say, put a Renee session on, a mindset session on, or just remind yourself that there's other people going through this at the same time as well.
and that's
Really
I think
help.
that's so important, Zoe, because while you're doing the course, then you're on this Facebook group and you can ask any question you want. No question is silly. And like, I remember at one stage with the algorithm for the social media, how does this work? How are we going to grow our business? And you just tap in a little question, and the amount of replies that you get within Lisa's group was phenomenal, really, to be honest. So like there is that side of it. I think that's
Lisa does seem to attract lovely people as well that are all willing to help each other. She does seem to attract those sorts of supportive, generous types in there. And you will all have different skills and you'll all have different blocks at different times. So you can just help each other along. Right, well, I'm going to go and look up Circle Edge. I'm intrigued. Oh, I really am. I'm going to go and have a look. Yeah, so nice. Thank you so much for being here with us, giving us your time on a Monday. For anybody still wanting to sign up, you've got the rest of today to sign up to one-to-many for this cohort. So yeah, hopefully something from Joe's story has inspired you. It has me, Joe.
Yeah, no, I highly recommend the course. Anybody that wants to start off a business online has to do the one-to-many course.
Oh, I love it. That's great testimonial. Thank you so much.
You too. Lovely to talk to you. Take care.
And you have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.